Okay, Munchkins, we're down on the floor now. I want you to get your book and I want you to turn to the very, very back of it. So the very back has a quiet keyboard on it right there, and we're gonna do some stuff on our quiet keyboard, okay? So I'm gonna put this down here like this, all right? So I'm gonna show you a note, and I want you to you're gonna need some kind of, either like in class we use Smarties, at home you can use chocolate chips or raisins or Cheerios, pennies, some paper clips, anything you want that will be small that will fit on these notes and stuff. So get some of those, pause the video while you get some of those, and let's see, I'm gonna show you a note. I'm gonna show you an F. Will you please get your whatever you're using? I'm going to use paper clips right now. And will you please put your thingy on an F? So let's see, a group of 3 leads to F. Yippee! So an F. Now what is an F triad? How do we spell an F triad? F-A-C, right? So go ahead and put on an F-A-C. They're just skips going up, right? F-A-C. Now what position is this triad in? It's all stacked up nice and neat, and so it's in root position. And what is the root? The one on the bottom, so the root is F. Is there another F that this can jump up to? Yes, there is. So this F is going to jump up to this F up here. Is it in root position still? Nope, we've got this gap up here, right? A big space up here, so it's not in root position, but the note above the gap's the root. It just has rearranged. So we still know that it is the F triad. Now can we move this one up again? Yep, this is an A, and there's another A up here it can jump up to. Yay, now it goes up to that A. Is it back to root position? Nope, it's not back to root position because we still have this big gap right here. And the note above the gap's the root. It just has rearranged. So we know that that F is still the root, right? And then if it kept going, we could move this one up again and be back into, whoops, wrong way. Back to what position? Root position, when they're all stacked up nice and neat in a row. Okay, we're gonna do the same thing now with, how about A? Can you get them? Get your little thingy, your chocolate chip or whatever you're using, and put it on an A. Okay, build me an A triad. How do we build an A triad? A, B, C, D, E. Remember, you do a third, A to C, and then a fifth up from A is up to the E. Okay, now move that A up. Oh, sorry, before you do that, is it in root position like this? Yep, right in thirds, looking nice and neat and stacked, huh? Okay, is there another A this one can move up to? There sure is. This A is going to jump up to that A. And now it's in an inversion, right? Is it root position? Nope, it's an inversion. Did the root change? Nope. The note above the gap is the root. It just has rearranged. It's still an A chord. How about a G? Can you do a G? Find your G note. G. And what's the G triad? How do you spell it? G, B, D. Remember, you can pause this anytime if you need to go a little bit slower. G, B, D. Is it in root position? Yes, it's in root position. What's the root? G. So G position, G, B, D. On any given note, you add a third and fifth, and you have made a triad that will give you such a lift. Oh yeah. Okay, it's in root position. Let's take it to an inversion. This G is going to jump up to the higher G, and we know that the note above the gap's the root. It just has rearranged. So it's going to pop up there. It's going to be in G position. Sorry, it's a G chord still. It's just in a different inversion, a different position. But the note above the gap is the root, so it's still a G chord. Okay, so you can do that. You can do that with different notes. You can pause it and do it with all the different notes. And then once you've done with that, I want you to turn this page over And you have your staff, your Smarty staff right here. And then we're going to do the same thing now on our Smarty staff. So let's see. Let's start with a D. Let's start with a D. So we've got a D. So get your counter thingy and put it on a D. We're going to start with it by middle D, the note right above C. Middle D. Now how do we spell a D triad? D, F, A. D, F, A, right? Just in little baby steps, or not in baby steps, but in skips, going right up, space, space, space. Now, is this one in root position? Yes. How do we know? Because there are no gaps. No gaps. Nobody can squeeze through there. Now, is there another D that this one can jump up to? Yep, so this D is going to hop up here to this higher D. Oh no! Now we have a gap. This little keyboard or this paperclip can go blip, 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 and go right in between them. I'll do this way so you can see. Blip, 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 blip. You can pass right in between them because there's a gap. But we know that it's still a D chord because the note above the gap's the root. It just has rearranged, right? So it's still a D chord. Now, let's see. Is there another F that this F can move up to? Yep, that one can pop up there to that higher F. There's still a gap right here, and the note above the gap is the root. It just has rearranged, so we know it's still a D chord. It's just in a different inversion, a different position. Let's try one more like that. Let's do, I'm going to try an E. Did we do E? We haven't done E yet. Where's my F? There's my F. Let's do an E. So an E chord. So get your counters and put them on E. And the red chord is E. A red chord would be, in the key of E, would be E, G, right? Just going up in steps, or I mean skips. You guys, I'm getting these so confused today. Going up in skips. E, then G, then what? Think of your skipping snake. E, G, B. Every good boy. Is it in a root position? Yes, because there's no gaps. There's no space for anybody to fit through. So it is in root position, and the note on the bottom is the root, so it's an E chord. I can jump this E up here, though. And now we have a gap. Here's my paperclip little guy. Can go right between them. See? We've got a gap. The note above the gap's the root. It just is rearranged. So it's still an E chord. We have our gap up there. Is there another G this G can jump up to? We haven't really talked about this one yet, but there's a G right up here on this last space up here above the staff. That is a G. There's still a gap right here, and it's still the note above the gap, so it's still an E chord. Yes? Yay! So you can practice those again. Do it on the Smarty staff side and on the piano keyboard side, and you can do those with all different ones. That's a really good review because remember, you're supposed to be practicing your inversions too, playing them on the piano, so that will help with that and get that figured out. Okay, we're gonna go back to our keyboards now. Head on back.